I've been experiencing it getting more and more difficult to get this boat up onto the trailer. In the last couple of cranks particularly, very, very hard. It's solid and just, it's binding too much on the carpeted bunks. So here we are with the carpet flattened out, and there's no question it's creating more friction where the carpet's flattened out. You know, where there's still soft fibers, my hand moves smoothly, but where it's matted out, I'm like, even my fingers are binding. And I think that's the problem I'm having. Definitely time to replace this carpet, especially in these spots here where she's thinned out. The rest isn't so bad, but it's having a negative effect. So here's the deal. It's been 12 years since I've been operating this boat with the existing carpeted bunks, and it's time for a change, or at least a redo, if you will. I explored many different options that are here. There's so many on the market. You could leave the existing old carpeting on the bunks, and you can install bunk slides right over them, a poly material that will make the boat slide on and off the trailer almost too easily. There's also other products out there that you can use instead of carpet, gator backs and similar product to that, where it just wraps around the wood in a different type of material than carpet, designed to last forever. There's also poly bunks themselves where you're not even using wood. You're using a product that is also designed to let the boat slide on and off easier. Here's the problem. I didn't want to change my routine. As the expression goes, who wants to teach an old dog new tricks? They said that with some of these other products, you need to change your routine. The boat won't necessarily stay on the trailer during a recovery phase. You may actually need to keep the boat in forward with forward propulsion to keep the boat on the trailer long enough until you can hook the bow eye on and give it that last few cranks. These products can be so slick that the boat just wants to come rolling right off. It's also a little dangerous when you get to the boat ramp for purposes of launching, because if you undo that bow eye strap or the safety chain too soon, too premature, you could end up with your boat sliding right off onto the boat ramp, and we don't want that. Bottom line is, after extensive research, after speaking to many people on the Yamaha Facebook forums, after calling many different companies and getting as many different opinions as I could get, my final decision was keep it simple. The carpeted OEM bunks that were provided on my Shorelander trailer with my Yamaha boat lasted 12 years with very little issue or problem. You know what? Don't fix what's not broken. So we are gonna today go over the process of rebuilding your bunks with brand new lumber, brand new carpet. I hope you enjoy this video. If you like my content, you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel, Captain Leon's Boating and More. We have almost 100 videos, and it'll cover everything as it involves maintenance and care for your vessel. All right, everybody, check this out. All right, so here we are under the boat, and we have a couple of cinder blocks and wood and a towel and what I felt was the strong point of the keel. Listen, let me just say this. Ideally, well, let me look at you. All right, that's better. Ideally, you don't want to do this. You want to be able to take your boat, put it in the water, someplace safe, right? And then you want to work on your trailer at your convenience when it's easy to work on. Unfortunately, I don't have the luxury of leaving my boat in the water somewhere for an extended period of time because I do work slow. I'm pretty methodical, and I like to just do it in the comfort of my home where all my tools are. So we're developing a technique here to remove the bunks one at a time in order to do this project. Listen, I'm not condoning this. I'm not recommending it necessarily. I'm just showing you what I've done. I assume no responsibility. This is dangerous. So back to it here, we got the cinder blocks and the wood, and we're going to use the trailer jack as an aid in giving us some elevation. So we've jacked up the trailer jack pretty much all the way, and then we've fit those blocks and wood underneath. And now as we lower the trailer down, and as the trailer itself goes down, the boat will stay put, and that'll give us the gap we're looking for to give the boat its freedom to just be supported outside of the trailer. I have my nephew Justin here with us. What's up? Who's going to demonstrate this process. So as Justin goes ahead, and go ahead, Justin, start turning the jack, you'll notice that the gap here between the bow roller and the boat is now increasing because the trailer is moving down and the boat is now being supported up on our blocks. Okay, so this is part one. Let's take it to the next step. We pause real quick for a Captain Leon tip and trick. How many of you guys had to replace your OEM Yamaha Shorelander bow roller because it's scratching the crap out of your boat? Here's the Stoltz roller, right, that everybody's buying. You can get them from Jet Boat Pilot. This technique of blocking up the bottom of the boat, lowering the trailer jack down, is a great way to give you that necessary space to be able to work this and to remove that OEM railer and replace it with a Stoltz. Hope that helped. Okay, so we are at the back of the boat now. We have a hydraulic jack under the flat spot that exists right in front of the intake grate. Again, this is a 19-foot single engine. The intake grate is dead center. There is a nice flat spot. It's right under the weight of the engine. We have the hydraulic jack there. There we go. You know, holding it up for safety. Backup jack stand, I should say. Which is on a block of wood right by the ride plate, just for safety. But the way we have this right now, between the situation in the front with the cinder blocks and this, the boat is actually rocking. Yeah, let me show you. My hands on the boat and watch this now. The whole boat is rocking. Okay, we've held the boat up and was able to fit some blocks underneath, which is holding the boat. And you can see now there is a visible space from the top of the bunk all the way down where there's no weight of the boat at all, you know, on that bunk. It'll make it very easy for us to just pull that bunk right out right now. So let's get to it. Okay, so risking the life of my nephew, we successfully removed the bunk. And what we did is just temporarily laid what will be the new bunk over these metal stanchions here, because I wouldn't want the boat to come flying down and that could probably puncture a hole. I don't think it's going to happen. You know, we're just all about safety here. So not that this is safe in any way to begin with. Okay, success. We have the bunk removed. We have our new wood in place. We're going to obviously do a mirror image. We're going to transfer these brackets over in the exact location. I could tell you that the new lumber is a little too long. Just for the sake of keeping consistent, I'm going to cut it and have it be the exact same length as the factory bunks, so we have no questions, and we'll get to work with that. First step is to start to remove these staples and unwrap this wood. So I decided to go with Cuda from Cuda Power Sports. You know, they donate a certain amount of their proceeds, you know, to military veterans, first responders, and cancer organizations. Seemed like a good cause. They have different grades of carpet. This is the Forever bunk carpet. They have the premium as well. The Forever comes with a 20-year warranty. It's really tremendous stuff. It's very, very thick. And it's really got a strong backing. This stuff is really going to be on the boat for a very long time without any problem. Comes in all different colors, and you can see the coverage. If you're going to go with a 2x6, which is what I'm using, there's going to be a little space right on the bottom where it's not going to be covered, which they actually say is better to let water escape. So that's what we're shooting for here. Staples. Well, I used stainless steel staples in the past, but Cuda Power Sports has these Renewed Warriors. It's using a Nicoria, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, you know, anti-corrosion staple. They're rust-proof. They are supposed to be even better than stainless steel staples. Okay, this is a T50, fit a T50 staple gun, 1/2 inch wide. They're not cheap, right? 500 staples is like 15 bucks. But, and then lastly, adhesive. Do you need adhesive? Well, there was none. There was none on the Shorelander trailer on this bunk. No adhesive at all. At least if there was, it's no remnants of it. They do recommend, it doesn't hurt putting some adhesive. It'll keep the carpet, you know, tight to the wood to prevent any bunching or rippling, which really shouldn't happen if we make this nice and tight and staple it. But, you know, if we're doing it, we might as well do it right. There's different adhesives you can use. I actually spoke to the folks at Cuda, and this is what we ended up with for this particular project. It's an extreme heavy duty, you know, designed for all weather as well as treated wood. So there you have it. We're now going to start laying this out and get a sense of how we're going to cut it, trim it, and staple it. I don't know if this is good, bad, or indifferent, but we're going with stainless steel screws. How that's going to interact with the galvanized metal, I don't know. Sometimes dissimilar metals do interact poorly with each other. However, that being said, these are number, what are they, 10, 12? What are they?
12.
12. These are number 12 by 1 1/4 inch screws. Pretty solid stuff. So let's get to it. All right, so we're pretty much ready to glue now. We've measured. We're looking for 3 inches of carpet on either side. It's going to wrap around. It's going to leave exposed wood in the middle. We've got it all measured out, and we're going to start now gluing the adhesive down. Our staples are all ready in the staple gun, and here we go. All right, so just real quick, just want to demonstrate exactly how we're upholstering the ends. Obviously, this is just exactly the carpet as it is. We have it extending out probably about 6-7 inches. You could do a little less, but what the heck. So it's a couple of cuts, a couple of slices, which I'll demonstrate right now. So the first is we need to cut this strip, or actually right over here, we have to cut this way and this way. So here we go. Now these are incredibly sharp shears. My buddy's an upholsterer, and he gave them to me for this purpose, but you need to have something real good to cut this. So we're going to move over here now. Let me just step over here. Okay, so there you go. There are your 2 cuts like that. The next thing you want to do is you want to cut this right down the line here, just straight even with the end of this, to cut this piece off. Okay, so you could see there are some lines in the carpet, and I'm going to try to like follow that line just to get exactly what I need. It's probably right about here. There you go. Same thing on this side. We're going to knock this out right here. Okay, next thing we're going to do is at the bottom of the wood, down in this corner, okay, we're going to trim this out here. So again, following the line that lines up with the bottom of the wood. Oh no! Just kidding. All right, same thing on this side. Just follow the line straight through, okay? There you go, all right? Next, what you got is now 3 flaps. We're gonna take the first flap, we're gonna bring it over. We're gonna see exactly where it's coming to the end. Hold our thumb right there, and be careful you don't slice your thumb. All right, next is this piece. We'll come over, and again, get an idea where you want to cut that. And what you end up with now is you have one piece goes one way, one piece goes the other, and this wraps around the top. Of course, all of this is going to be stapled, but this is our final upholstered product. I mean, really looks great. And of course, you're going to notch out around your brackets. But yeah, this is getting to look like a professional assembly here. For a DIY Captain Leon video, we're doing okay. All right, on to the next step. Really happy with the way this is looking. You can see this side here. Yeah. All right, so bunk's in place, everything looks great. And you know what? It's a good idea to replace your hardware. I mean, at this stage of the game, why not, rather than deal with rusted galvanized bolts, just put in new stuff, right? Good. Perfect. All right, excellent. Thank you. All right, so we just secured the bunks with the carpet under the boat here. We just kind of made everything with the new hardware hand tight. We didn't want to go super tight. We want to leave it where when the weight comes down on these bunks that the boards can almost pivot a little bit, because they are designed, you know, to pivot. And we want it to seat itself to the shape of the hull underneath, which right now it's looking pretty spanky. So let's begin the process of removing these jacks safely and the safety blocks, etc. All right, so it took a little bit longer than we anticipated. A little bit hot today. I'm like dying here, but we got the job done. I mean, you know, the boat's cooking over there with the bunks. I'm gonna obviously take it to the water tomorrow. I'm gonna check it out, see how it comes on and off. I'm gonna report back to you here in this video, so stand by another minute or two. But as far as the bunks that, you know, were there, the wood, 12 years, right? Actually 13 seasons. It's been on the boat. I gotta say, they're in pretty good shape. They're really not that bad. And a great big thanks to nephew Justin in the house. Couldn't have done it without him. So, all right, we'll see you in a little bit. Let's get this thing to the water. Here is the first launch on the new carpet. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, floated right off. That's good. Okay, so the first launch was great, man. Telling you. The boat just came right off. Didn't see any issues or problems. Look good. Look good. A little debris here. What is this? Keep this carpet clean. But yeah, feels great. And the carpet's like dry already. It's not really withholding any water. So far, so good. All right, that's a wrap. Boat is filthy. Spent the whole day at the beach with the kids, swimming, had a blast. But yeah, when it came time to getting the boat back up on the trailer with the new bunks, big improvement. You know, it still was a little stiff at the end there, but maybe it just got to work in a little bit. I'm not quite sure. Other than that, smooth, really nice, and real happy with the job we did. So hope you appreciate this video. And once again, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, you like this content, please subscribe. Captain Leon, Captain Leon's Boating and More. Take care, everybody.